chance to get one of the wagons anyway. Come on, boys. Boy, what a rootin' tootin' he catamount that galoot is. This another one of your scientific experiments?
No, I'm prospecting again. And Sally pointed right directly into that saloon.
Well, according to Sally, you're headed for a motherload of brass.
By golly, I am.
Hey, wait a minute. You'll only get thrown out again if you go in there and try to make off with that brass rail. You should have seen that Durango Kid come down the mountain.
He was wonderful.
Oh, now, wait a minute, everybody. All I've heard is the Durango Kid. Please, enough is enough.
Well, I want to be just like him when I grow up.
Doctor, I wish you'd take a look at my hand. It was bothering me so much out there at Skeleton Pass, I just couldn't fight.
Is that the reason? You sure you weren't just scared?
It was bleeding. I can't stand the sight of blood.
I bet it wasn't red.
Barry said he ran away before the fight started.
Be quiet, Spike. What Mr. Langtry does is none of our business.
Maybe it is our business, Mary. I'd kind of like to know where this dude's been ever since the fight started.
Yeah, I'd like to know too, Langtry.
I was in my hotel room.
No, you weren't, Mr. Langtry. I've been on the desk in the hotel all day, and I didn't see you come in.
He wasn't even in the hotel.
I told you where I was. I don't wish to discuss it any further.
We do. We risked our lives to save your wagons, but you turned tail when the first shot was fired. Several of us were badly hurt. You're responsible for those men.
That's right. And if they die, I say he's a murderer.
Wait,
Let's give him a taste of Jackson City justice. Wait a minute. Let's conform to the laws of Jackson City. Even if this man is guilty, he's entitled to a fair trial.
He's guilty, all right, but we'll give him a trial. Let's take him to jail.
Yeah, come on, get him. Give him a trial.
What are you doing, Smiley?
I brung some home-cooked victuals for my friend Steve Langtry.
I don't figure that coyote deserves to eat. How come you're so all-fired anxious to help this hombre, Smiley?
You quit talking about my friend Steve, Mr. Wilson. You just don't want him to start another store here and take business away from yours. I know you, T.D.
Oh.
Hey, Smiley, I used some grub.
Well, you'll find Sally's got everything you need. wouldn't have opened Sally right away if I was you.
Help! Help! Save me! Get help! Save me!
Just because the Durango Kid had a bandage on his hand and Steve Langtry had one on his does not prove they're the same person.
Now listen, boss. The Durango Kid has a bandage on his left hand, and so does Langtry. Now, they're about the same height, and when one of them's around, the other one's missing. I'm sure of it.
Maybe you're right. Maybe. Hide in there. Why, Mr. Langtry, I thought you were...
In jail. They had a small fire, so they let me go. Doc, I want you to take a look at my hand, will you, please?
All right, sit down. Tell me, Mr. Langtry, where were you when the fight was going on?
Oh, I'm tired, Doctor. Too tired to talk.
Doesn't look so good. You know, this reminds me of Sheriff Coleman's case. His condition started just like this. From a gunshot wound. I had to give him an injection. Just like this. Oh, Mrs. Gates, I'm sorry, but I have a patient. I can't take you until tomorrow. All right, Fletcher, come on out of there.
What about him? What's going to happen now?
He'll be out cold in a minute.
Look at him, boss. He's gone.
All right, let's wrap him in this blanket and get him out of here.
What's he going to think, boss?
Let me handle him.
Hiya, Doc.
Hello there, Smiley. What's that contraption?
Oh, that's all there is left to Sally. I invented that for hunting gold.
Oh.
Got time for me to show you how it works?
Now, we're in a hurry, Smiley. I've got to get back to see the sheriff.
Oh, it wouldn't take just a minute.
Ah.
What's the matter with that fella?
Well, that's a long story, Smiley. I'll tell you later.
Is he sick? He's sick.
Where do you want to put him, boss? Throw him in the back room. He won't come to for a couple of hours. Well, I've got to get back to see the sheriff. If he doesn't get his shot today, the old fool might get well on me. Fletcher, I want you to keep an eye on things. I've got a hunch something's going to break.
It seemed they'd never had the blues. Way back in Grandpa's days, they would walk to church without their shoes. Way back in Grandpa's days, ride a mule back to the mill. They was never stranded on the hill. Shake your hand and say, hello, Bill. Way back in Grandpa's days.
While in the church they kept their seat.
Way back in Grandpa's days.
While the parson read, no one would speak.
Way back in Grandpa's days.
When he spoke, they'd nod their head and memorize each word he said. Then go home and go to bed.
Way back in Grandpa's days. catch a beau. Way back in Grandpa's days, up and down the road they'd go. Way back in Grandpa's days, loving then was on the square. Ma and Pa was always there, kiss their daughter if you dare. Way back in Grandpa's days. I've often heard my grandma say, way back in Grandma's days, they wouldn't live their lives this way. Way back in Grandpa's days, never had no trouble then. Girls was girls and men was men, but it sure is different now from then. Way back in Grandpa's days. Way back in Grandpa's days.
Thanks, boys, very much.
Glad to see you getting better, boss.
Thank you. Smiley.
Huh?
Wasn't that lunch supposed to be for me?
I knowed I was fixing that for somebody.
Oh, Smiley.
Pretty good, too.
Yeah? Oh, Smiley, remind me to tell the doctor when he comes today that I feel lots better since those last 2 injections he gave me. I don't feel so doped all the time.
Hmm?
Yeah, I know it was a different kind of medicine because it didn't burn when he gave it to me. Oh, what's the matter, Smiley?
I think I better tell you something. I got into the doctor's case the other day and put water in his medicine bottles. That's what he's been giving you the last 2 times. And that's crazy.
Unless what he was giving me before was making me sick.
The doc's on his way up here now. I seen him a while ago with some big burly feller. They had another feller thrown across a horse wrapped up in a blanket.
They had what?
Well, just look at how my patient is thriving. Looks to me as though our sheriff is on the mend. Don't you think so, Smiley? Let's just see how you are doing, Sheriff.
I'll call and raise 5.
I'll check on the dude. Keep the game clean, boys. I wonder what's keeping Blackie.
How's he doing?
Very well, thank you. Easy. Drop your guns. Left hand. Get in there.